right, Shams, it's so good to see you again here at Summer League. I appreciate you taking the time to do this.
Appreciate you having me back.
Okay, let's get straight into it. Serious question off the top of my head is, are you okay? 19 hours of screen time is a long time to be on your phone.
I'm doing well. Free agency's, we're at the tail end of free agency.
Yeah.
Have some trade dynamics still going on right now that we'll see and we'll monitor. So, it should be higher than that, to be honest. It should be higher. It should be in the 20s. So I'm disappointed.
Okay, well, I'm concerned for you. I hope you get a break when this passes, but I know a season's around the corner. Let's talk about the Raptors, though. Obviously, a lot of off-season transactions. This kind of leaves the Raptors in a new era. Obviously, Fred's gone. This kind of puts Scottie in a new position. What do you make of that? Yeah,
I'm looking forward to seeing Scottie because I think obviously his first 2 years there was a lot of potential, a lot of promise, defending multiple positions. But I think this year, going into the year, I think there's a lot of expectation around the team, around Scottie, about him playing point guard more full-time and spending more time on the ball, being more of a playmaker, and that's a change from what we've seen the last 2 years. Of course, he's played on the ball a little bit, but to see him full-time at potentially playing point guard, playing alongside a guy like Dennis Schroeder, and we'll see how the roster continues to fill out, and Jakob Poeltl being there at the 5, getting back on the new deal. But seeing Scotty Barnes and his maturation, that's something I'm definitely keying in on because we've seen flashes of how he's done on the ball.
What do you make of the additions that the Raptors have brought in? There's like Jalen McDaniels, you mentioned Dennis Schroeder already, and like just a bunch of guys that they're continuously kind of rolling in here. What's your takeaways from them? Well,
let's start with Jakob Poeltl. He's a guy you trade a pick for. You want to bring him back, and so you re-sign him to a new contract. He had success there his first stint, and this team was better the second half of the year with him in the lineup. So that was most important. And then Dennis Schroeder, you get a guard after Fred VanVleet leaves in free agency. And Dennis Schroeder's been successful, multiple stops with the Lakers. So he's a guy that you have to give a lot of respect to. But Jalen McDaniels, I think that's a signing that a lot of people sleep on. But I think he's a guy that's shown in Philly, in Charlotte, that he can play at a high level on both ends of the floor.
And then just overall, give me your expectations for the Raptors going into the season. New coach, they did get some new signings, of course. You got a guy named Grady Dick on the team now, 13th pick, of course. And he's doing his thing in Summer League. But kind of high expectations in terms of, or high-level expectations in terms of what you see this year.
Well, I think for sure there's always going to be potential when you talk about a team with Scottie Barnes and you have Grady Dick coming into the mix. And, I think they have enough talent no matter what the rest of the summer to be competitive in the Eastern Conference. And I think that is the most important part. There's always fluid changes around the league at all times, but I think the nucleus that we know will be back for sure. I think that's a team that can be competitive, no doubt.
And then do you feel like the East and the West, how competitive these two teams are right now, or two sides of the league are right now? Do you feel like it's a balanced league, or the most balanced we've ever seen it at this point?
It's definitely the most parity I've seen. Since covering the league and even being a fan of the league, last year probably 8 teams that you could say going into the playoffs felt like they had a chance to win it all, and that's half the teams in the playoffs. So I think for sure this year, hopefully coming up more than ever, again, there's going to be a lot of parity and a lot of people thinking they have a chance to win a championship.
I appreciate you, man.
Thank you. Appreciate you having me back.